Ça fait un bail qu'on a envie de vous parler de Ronin dans Classé 18+. Alors au bout d'un moment, on s'est dit « Ah bah, tiens, et si on en parlait du coup ?» C'est ce qu'on appelle le raisonnement logique, et c'est super pratique. Et donc on a décidé de vous parler de Ronin, et on a commencé à le caler dans les news, normal. Mais rapidement on s'est dit « Non, c'est trop facile ». Alors on est allé directement à la source, tel le puisatier, ou peut-être tel l'employé d'un torréfacteur mondialement connu qui va rencontrer ce producteur péruvien qui fait rouler un unique grain de café dans sa main calleuse et un peu crade. Bref, on est allé rencontrer le créateur de Ronin, Thomas Vaclavec, pour qu'il nous présente son jeu. Et comme il est super sympa, Thomas, c'est exactement ce qu'il a fait.
So Ronin is a turn-based action platformer. Initially, it plays like a real-time game, but whenever combat starts, the game stops for you and it becomes a turn-based game. So whenever your character moves, your enemies will move too. So you can see the trajectory of your jump and you can attack your enemies like that. And when enemies see you in combat, they will signal the trajectory of their bullets by showing you this targeting laser. And you can jump to dodge that, get behind them like that, and execute. Or die. I just died.
Et si d'aventure on ne tient pas particulièrement à mourir, alors il s'agira de bien jouer. Histoire de pas mourir déjà, mais aussi de faire monter une jauge de combo pour débloquer des compétences qui permettront de moins de mourir. Enfin, vous voyez le principe.
There's a combo meter in the game. Whenever you stun an enemy or kill him, you will get combo points. And these points are used to unlock special abilities in combat, like throwing your sword or creating an illusion to distract your enemies.
Et si ces compétences ont l'air tout à fait sexy sur le papier, il faudra tout de même composer avec leurs petits inconvénients.
For instance, whenever you use the sword throw, like I'm going to throw the sword at this guy right now, you end up without your sword. The sword is like, as you can see right here, and now I cannot attack this guy because I don't have the sword anymore, and I have to pick it up before I can use it again. And the same way is it works with the decoy. Whenever I create a decoy, I leave behind a hollow projector. As you can see, the enemies now think I'm here instead of here, so I can use that to stun this guy and retrieve my sword. You can also summon the sword to yourself, like Jedi style. I use the decoy and I left the hollow projector right here, so I have to pick it up again to use it.
Et bien entendu, les ennemis ne resteront pas sagement à nous attendre pendant qu'on ira récupérer son épée ou le module de l'heure.
Enemies tend to perform actions that require more than one turn, like reloading their guns or getting up after you stun them, or perhaps starting an alarm. This is a stealth game also, so it's important for you to stay hidden and unnoticed by your enemies. And these little numbers above their heads, they indicate that something will happen in some time.
Ronin gérera donc la furtivité, sans que ça constitue pour autant son but principal.
There are moments in the game where you can kill your enemies from shadows by not basically initiating even the combat, but the focus of the game is action. It's fighting with your enemies in open combat, dodging their bullets and getting close to kill. So I think it's more of a support feature, not the main feature.
Et donc ça a l'air très sympa tout ça, et original aussi. Assez pour qu'on se demande d'où vient cette idée un peu saugrenue d'action au tour par tour.
Yeah, I think this is first game in this genre ever, like turn-based action. The initial idea was to create a stealth and complex game that will work on a touchscreen device. Most games on touchscreen device are rather simple because the controls of a touchscreen are rather clunky and they do not give player enough possibilities to perform complex actions. So my idea of solving this problem was to create a game that will wait for you until you actually make an action. actually make an informed decision about what you want to do next in the game. So this was actually a natural process of just extrapolating from that initial assumption.
Voilà, c'était la séquence Big Bang Hunter de l'interview. Et maintenant, il est peut-être temps de se demander de quoi ça parle, Ronin.
This is basically a revenge story. You are this girl coming back from exile of some sorts to exact revenge on people that betrayed your father years back. And so you have this picture, this group picture of these people, you and your father, and it serves a purpose of a list, basically, where you cross out people from that list whenever you kill them.
Si ce pitch fait furieusement penser à Kill Bill, ce n'est certainement pas la seule source d'inspiration pour Ronin.
As I said, the initial idea was to create a game for a touchscreen device, and that game which I wanted to create was Mark of the Ninja, a stealth platformer, maybe a little bit more action, but this is what I wanted to create. Obviously, Gunpoint was an inspiration, especially when it comes to level design, and of course Worms, when it comes to jumping projection and the jumping arc which you see whenever I prepare a jump. So yeah, I think those were the main inspirations for this game.
Et toutes ces influences, elles ont nourri Thomas lui-même, puisqu'il a lancé le projet tout seul, avant de recevoir tout de même un petit coup de main de la part de Devolver Digital.
Initially I'm still the only coder and designer on this project. But when Devolver got involved, I was able to hire an artist, and he made this art, the current art in the game. Also a music designer, a composer. So I'm responsible basically for the design and programming of this game.
Cette aide apportée par l'éditeur Devolver à un développeur et un jeu que l'on rangera dans la catégorie indie peut nous amener à nous demander s'il n'y a pas une sorte de contradiction dans la notion même d'éditeur indépendant.
Yeah, probably the term indie publisher doesn't really make sense. I think the point of being an indie is to have the creative control in the hands of the people who are actually creating the content and the game. So not in the hands of investors, not in the hands of shareholders or the marketing team, like it usually happens in bigger studios or with bigger publishers. And this is the heart of being an indie, having a publisher who is supportive but doesn't demand from you any changes to the game. They actually appreciate that it's you who is making the game, and they do not want to interfere with that. They want to enjoy the game as it is. That's not really contradictory to being an indie. It's like being a better indie. It's the next step of being an indie developer. Having someone to just care for you, like fix all the problems you might get while developing a game.
On devrait pouvoir constater d'ici la fin du mois si la formule du jeu indé édité fonctionne aussi bien avec Ronin qu'elle a pu le faire par le passé avec de nombreux autres jeux, chez Devolver ou ailleurs. En attendant, la démo déjà disponible permettra aux plus pressés de s'en faire une idée dès maintenant.